Hey Liz. So I think we have a new setup for kind of your morning workouts. I want the first, I don't care, actually I don't care what order, but I want about 10 minutes worth to be our normal squats, lunges, deadlifts, kind of our bigger step ups, our bigger movement patterns. And I want you to conquer those with mobility. I want you to conquer those with strength. Now I think we need to add some quick twitch and some cardio to it. So just for example, you can play around with this. Let's take our lunge example. So maybe one set of lunges focusing on mobility. You can have some light weight on you if you want, but kind of this deep stretch, ankle, knee, hip. Turn this one out, you get some groin, throw in some core and some back. So we got kind of a mobility lunge, just one round of that on each side. Make sure the joint's happy, make sure the muscles are happy. There we go. Now we can turn that into strength. Grab myself a dumbbell. Okay, so now we're adding a little bit of weight to our lunges. We can go overhead, we can go out here. This is more of the traditional, set of 10, set of 15. Let's get some deep lunges with some strength. Boom. If you want to go a little more strength, you can prop up the back leg. Now we're getting into that lunge strength and start to build from there. Okay, now we want to add cardio. So kind of what we threw in today, we got our lunge hops, right? Boom. You can come at it from forward, like this. You can come at it from the side. And you can start to add a little speed there. Squat example. So for squats, obviously I really like to get these heel lifts for you and really work on depth. So the first one might be 20 or 30 seconds of just kind of a deep hold, work on mobility, work on posture, work on those hips. Boom. Okay, we just did a squat for mobility. Now we're going to do it for strength. Okay, load up the dumbbells. You're not going to go quite as deep. Boom, but now we're throwing in our set of 15 heavier, stronger squats. All right, now we want to do it for heart rate cardio. We got more options than just elliptical to get the heart rate up. So now we're going to do our squat jumps, right? Kind of a burpee without the push-up part right now. I'm fine with that. So deadlift version, a little trickier. I'd say for our deadlifts, I still we did the double dumbbells today, right? Just really going a deep stretch, really working on that. Touch the floor if you can, keep that back nice and straight. Boom, then you can load it up. Take your range of motion just a touch shorter and really work on these guys. Just good hip and hamstring strength. And then I was thinking about how I want to do cardio for this. I kind of maybe we do a little bit of an alternating. Boom. Stretch. Woo, a little bounce, that's okay. A little bounce check there. A bounce check there. So that way you can get your heart rate up during your strength work. Kill 2 birds, 3 birds with 1 stone here. I love that. So I would spend 5 to 10 minutes on your normal squat, lunges, and deadlifts and step ups. But let's add some speed, add dynamic, get your heart rate going during those. I think that'll help you a lot with your calorie burn that you're not quite getting elsewhere. The other side of the coin that we added today was on a lot of our stretches. Now you're getting loose enough and flexible enough where just the stretch probably isn't cutting it, and I want you to get a little bit more strength at the end range of your stretch. So for example, the piriformis, right? We're really good here. We can hold this deep stretch for a long time now. That's wonderful. Now I want to add push-ups. So not really trying to use much hands here. Pushing my leg into the ground, my knee into the ground, activating on the way up. A great way to lengthen and strengthen at the same time. If you can't, without hands, pretty hard. So that's a great piriformis version. For the quads, we did our reverse Nordic. So remember that was like this. If you can get some sort of a cable or band to kind of help you. Again, keep your butt off your heels. Good stretch there. Love that one for your quads. For your hip abductors, the outside of your hip, we had this one where, again, you've done this stretch a dozen times. Great. Now let's add a little strength in that hip. So you're going to load that stretch, and then to come off of it, just that leg. Boom. I don't care what that right leg's doing. That's just tapping the ground as far as I'm concerned. This leg is stretching, and now it's pushing out. Stretching, pushing out. Again, combining length with some activation on the way out of it. The hardest one's going to be those hip flexors. I still like this off the table, off the bed position. Boom. And then the hard part is just what do we add for resistance? Heck, you could add your other leg if you want. Pull up, push down, get a good stretch. Pull up, get a good stretch. That's a great way, strengthen and stretch same time. This is, ooh, I like this figure 4. You still got weight on that bottom leg. That leg can pull up every so often to get a little activation, but it's mostly about the weight on that leg. I like this version, but if not, ankle weights, bands, have Jay help you. Things like that might be good choices as well. I think all of those are winners. And then, so again, maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the squats and lunges, 5 to 10 minutes on kind of this fluffy hip stuff that we're doing. I would still probably spend 5 minutes on general core, bridges, planks, core rotation, any pelvic floor stuff you want to throw in. I think hitting that light and frequent would be great. And then hopefully that still leaves time for the bike and upper body work. Again, the things that you're best at, the bike and the upper body, of course, are going to be my lower priorities. But I know that you can, if you do 10 minutes of that squat, lunge, deadlift combo, then maybe 10 minutes on the hip stuff, 5 minutes on the core, that's 25 minutes. So hopefully that leaves you a little bit of time to hit some bike or upper body. Again, you can kind of always play around with those numbers. I'm trying not to make too much, but I think you can get a lot of good strength, mobility, and cardio under 30 minutes with all these. Keep playing around with different types of plyos, whether that be, like say, the jumping jacks, the box jumps, band assisted jumps like we do in here. Start looking into boxes for home, because we can start to really play around with options there. But I think I was really excited today adding the hip stretch like that, or the strength, the piriformis push-ups, and then the reverse Nordics for the quads. I think those are going to be really good winners for you going forward. And then just keep doing anything kind of hiking or plyometric related, and we can keep playing around with that. If you would like to go on a jog, be my guest. I think a walk jog, whether that be treadmill or outdoors, does not matter to me, but green light for me. I think you're okay to try all those things. Just give yourself some recovery afterwards. So I hope that helps. I know I'm a little all over the place, but it's a big workout. So let me know if you want me to narrow anything down. All right, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care.